That's word because you can't touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time.
Welcome to this week's episode of Talking Footy. I'm your host Sean, and with me as always, D-Jerseyed, my man Dan.
Yeah,
How you
mate.
going, mate?
No, just a bit of a protest against the way Canberra's playing, just like your Penrith lads. But mate, we're just imploding, exploding. It's all over the shop at the moment.
Yeah.
And enough about that. Let's get into it. Panthers humbled the Broncos. They certainly did. It was a good win.
Yeah, they did.
Rabbitohs outlasted the spirited Bulldogs team.
Yeah, good game.
It was. It always is. Cowboys beat Newcastle in a controversial match.
Yeah, a couple of send-off. Ooh.
Well, the Titans kept their finals hopes alive in their win over the Warriors.
Yeah.
Warriors were trying, they didn't get there. The Young Tigers got a win over the Dragons,
Yeah, with the
which is showing how the Dragons are doing. I mean, there's a bottom three at the moment. And
over the SCG.
yeah, Manly beat the Raiders in our nation's capital, and that was, again, it's just more and more part of the woes happening.
Yep.
The Storm absolutely belted Parramatta. Now it was a solid win until the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, and then it was just disgusting.
A sloppy win.
Disgusting.
Not by Melbourne.
No.
Sloppy or bad.
Parramatta, just pull your head in. Well, Monday night the Sharks outdid the Roosters. It was good.
Ambushing.
Yeah, ambush. It was
26-0 half time.
Yeah, coming back and made it happen. Yeah, good win for the Sharks. Gutsy. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good stuff. We had a couple of, obviously, it's been a pretty big week in rugby league.
Yeah,
obviously,
lot going on.
we had the Case Snowden did get sent off in that game.
He did. So we should have.
I don't know about the send off though. I
like
really
it.
don't.
Yeah.
I understand his penalty. I don't think he should be off for so long. Don't get me wrong. Ray Thompson's jaw being broken. That's horrible.
8 weeks at least. Yeah.
Don't like that at all. But is it any worse than Frankie Pritchard's shot? Frankie Pritchard's good shot. But he was much more intent on hitting him than there was in Case Snowden's. But because he doesn't have a glass jaw, Bryson Goodwin, Frankie gets 2 weeks.
They should have got equal penalties, man. That was a rubbish call.
Look, Frankie's 2 weeks is fine. It was a high shot.
Mm.
He hit him. He gets 2 weeks. That's fine.
Yeah.
Case Snowden hit him. He was just
It was
making
a shoulder
body
charge.
contact.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the thing.
Body contact really
It's I reckon it's the typical shoulder charge gone wrong, and why they banned the bloody thing from the ground.
It wasn't a real shoulder charge. He was just making body contact with a bloke running and stop and turning for the next shot.
True.
It's fucked. It's
I
wrong.
I guess. I don't know. It's see how you look at it.
Well, Wayne Bennett does deserve to be fuming, but because he fumes over everything, he can shut the fuck up this week. Moving on, though, another one. Ricky Stewart, obviously we spoke about last week, poor Dave Ferner, but Ricky Stewart is apparently, rumour out,
There's
has
rumours.
been offered the Canberra job for 7 years apparently, but not only that came out on the day of the Parramatta shellacking.
Yeah. And they want to pay him for it too, the way Canberra going at the moment too. So.
Yeah, Dan, your thoughts on Ricky?
Ricky back in Canberra. Well, I don't know. His track record lately has been a bit fucking ordinary, but
with ordinary sides though.
with ordinary sides though. But then, you're looking at Canberra and the talent. Before anyway, they get a foot in, they get one good season in, and off they go. Whether they bust their own asses in or they just get like Milford, work follow his heart and that's that, I guess. But
You reckon Ricky would help with recruitment?
yeah, recruitment maybe, but
People-
hold on to it.
people
Hold
come-
on to the talent, mate.
People come to play for Ricky?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But
Being a favourite son of Canberra?
I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely like that. But
And he doesn't blame anything but his players, neither did Dave Ferner.
Yeah,
He'd
true.
give it to players for them playing well.
yeah, I'm still dirty about the fact he's even gone in the first place. It's like, it was his fault that all the,
So it was stay tuned, guys. If something happens, we'll let you know.
Yeah,
staying with Canberra, mate, it's big around there at the moment. First of all, we have Blake Ferguson. He's been found. Not many people were looking because he's been a dick, but he has been found driving the squad wide in Mittagong.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
apparently he was trying to drive where good old Monday couldn't find him having a drink. He's trying to get away from Sydney Confidential.
Oh man, he's just having a shocker. I thought he was having a shocker at Sharks, and then obviously left them unceremoniously, and now he's here, and he first half of the season playing well, killing it. Got a New South Wales Origin jersey, and then too big for his britches now. What's going through his head, mate? Yeah.
Well, my question now is he a chance of being deregistered for the end of the year?
Yeah.
I mean, he's already has, and he still has it upcoming. His trial for sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
He's got form with his drinking. He's getting kicked out of pubs and also music festivals.
Caught drinking while he was injured as well, against team rules. That's technically why he's been stood down, but then that unlicensing came through today as well.
Yeah. So what are the chances the NRL goes, you know what? Not only can Canberra don't want you, but you can't play for anybody right now.
Game into disreputes. Starting to sort of float around now, so...
Yeah, so you got to watch yourself. And his boy toy buddy, former Panther, soon to be French rugby star.
Yeah, well.
We'll see how that goes now. Shandor Earl, done admitting the use of peptides.
The use and selling, or what was it, trafficking or something they were trying to get him for as well. Whether or not he was just passing it on to his mates, or whatever.
Which is a different story. But we all should have known, because one of the bad things that happens when you're on peptides, one of the side effects, if you will, is it tends to turn your hair bleach blonde. Now, we should have noticed at the start of the year. No person in their right mind would want to look that stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, his Ellen DeGeneres impersonation was really a success.
Yeah.
But
not to say that Ellen DeGeneres takes peptides. But
even
if she did, she's allowed to. She doesn't play professional sport. Whatever.
Exactly, she's fine.
Yeah.
She can, unless she's in the Segway Olympics. But hey, at least he's got a lot of time to perfect that impersonation while he's on the sidelines. Is his French rugby career in jeopardy? Who knows?
Yeah, well, watch this space.
Yeah,
and all of the other spaces, because it's a huge story. Asada on the
What's
Sharks.
That space over there. Don't forget that space.
Well, Asada, just been cracking down on the Sharks, and then all of a sudden, boom! First player to get charged in the NRL. A Canberra motherfucker.
Exactly. Well, we'll jump away from Canberra for the moment, because obviously we don't want to, kick a dying horse at the moment. But you was talking about Cronulla. Brian Smith decided to have a bit of a twiddle, have a rant on Twitter at good old Paul Gallen. Now, it all was a bit stupid back and forth, and Paul Gallen's dad come on to defend his son. And the best thing is, Gallen doesn't want to borrow it because Brian Smith isn't worth it. Mate, I give that 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, anytime.
Brian Smith, you're not worth the fucking anything.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Coach against him next week? Oh no, you don't have a job.
Gonna hit me with all your premiership wins. Hit me with the trophy. Come on, mind you, he doesn't have a leg to stand on, but I mean, at least he's trying. Other news, we got Ben Barber confirmed. Obviously, we reported on earlier. He's confirmed to go to the Broncos now.
3 years.
Yeah, he's signed big with Scotty Prince walking out the door at the end of the year.
Yeah, Scott Prince decided to leave or call it quits, and he said a very good thing. He said, "You don't look back on it sad. Look back on it and be glad that it happened." Yeah, that's a very, very good way to look at life.
Great.
Good on.
He's a gracious buddy.
Yeah, because there's a bit of conjecture. Apparently, reading in the news today, Josh Hoffman, current Broncos and Kiwi fullback, fuming that he's been promised a fullback job for next year, and then they've gone on board Ben Barber.
Well, but then they used to talk about Barber being the X factor with Scotty Prince. Maybe they throw him in the halves and see how he goes.
That's an idea up there.
That's what I thought when I heard that he was definitely out of the Broncos. I thought maybe he's got a halves position. So. And
another good thing as well, the Bulldogs managed to get $300,000 out of it, because it's too many times people get to walk away from their contract for nothing. Yeah. You can't, as an adult, sign a legal document and just decide, no, I just want to go somewhere else. Good on the Bulldogs for fighting for that, and good on the NRL for making sure they got paid.
That's it.
Keeping also with good old retirements, a former Australian teammate of Scott Prince, Matt King.
Yep.
Matt King's decided to hang up the boots as well.
The season,
couple of premierships, State of Origin hat-trick, test matches, he's done it all. Matt King, thank you very much for you've done well.
He's done well.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he went to South when he did, because but he Melbourne cheats.
Well, he
went to South before they started cheating. Yeah, so he got out when the getting was good.
He actually was one of the very rare ones. He went over to England. He was only 25 when he went to go to England. He's still left in his prime. Played amazing football for Warrington. Come back, still played well. Unfortunately, bit injuries, so he's decided to do the right thing, call it quits. I tell you what, I've never felt more emasculated and walking past that man, I'm like, you're a winger? Oh my God.
I used to play on the wing.
Oh,
Man.
I used to play in the forwards. Look at you. Jesus. Oh, Matty King, thanks for the memories. Scott Prince, you did fantastic work too, so thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, time for our first topic of the evening. Who's shithouse and who's shit hot? Dan, who you got for us this week?
Shithouse. One of the biggest drubbings of the season. Parramatta. Mate, I can't get past it. It's the season they're having, obviously, just a shocker. They're not even showing up. They got beaten by a good Melbourne Storm side in the first 60 minutes, and the score reflected that, but then they just fell asleep. They're like, all right, well, we got done. When are we going to the pub? And Melbourne put on another 30 points.
Wasn't it 14-4 at half time?
Something like
They
that.
put 50 points on the second half.
I think I turned it off with about 15 to go. It was about 34-4, and I go, oh, well, that's a drubbing. I'll turn that off. Boom! Wake up in the morning, 64-4. I think it was in the end.
That's full
Unbelievable. Just pull your head in, Parramatta. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the culture over there must suck. It really must just be a terrible workplace. Because the morale
it all starts at the board, man.
Yeah.
It all starts at the board. Who's your shit hot, man?
Shit hot, mate, has to be Penrith at the moment. Now, I mean, as much as a couple of weeks ago you were saying that, that you weren't up for their form and all that sort of thing, but they're making a charge for the finals, and they're on equal points with 5 other teams. Vying for the top 8. There's Penrith and 4 other teams, all on the same points, and there's 2 spots, I think, left for that, so makes it really interesting in these last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
And I like their chances, I really do. Just the way they're playing, and well, what about yourself, mate?
Bit of a death knell might hurt us. Mate, shithouse has to be the Supercoach favourite Corey Parker. Now, he was in fine form the other night. A man who's not used to losing and not getting his way. I think it all started when Gavin Badger called him back for an offload at one stage. He's like, oh, don't you understand? I'm Corey Parker.
That's what I do.
Now, he was getting away with murder all game, and finally he got called up on something and he had a sook. Now, Penrith were getting a roll on, and instead of just, doing what he normally does, rolling up his sleeve and trying to put in the effort, he started complaining and whinging and having a big sook. He even accused Kevin Kingston of laying down for copping a high shot, when the reality was Badger actually blew the penalty before Kingston hit the ground. Yeah. And then he tried to put a hit on Mossy Masoi, which is about as a good idea of jumping off the harbour bridge with an elastic band as a bungee cord. It's just not going to work. No. What happened? He got smacked. Yeah. Now, and after that, he was hooked by Hook, the coach himself. Yeah. Corey Parker, mate, you've got to learn. It's okay to lose sometimes, because you're already losing your colour in your hair. Little Lamington shit going on there. And I know you're a scumbag from before. So I remember you used to try and pick up the girls from my high school when you were just made first grade. You don't look like you've changed much. And by the way, Sam Burgess is the better Supercoach by, not you.
He's been my captain a few times. A few more times Corey Parker has, there's no doubt about it.
Loving it. Shit hot for me. Mate, we touched on the game. We've already spoken about it a couple of times. James Seguiaro.
It's going to be my shit hot this week, but you stole it off me, so that's very cool.
I can do it.
Yeah.
Mate. No, James Seguiaro, the Mr. T mini-me, mate, on fire.
Unos, dos, tres on the weekend.
Exactly. Second one, cheeky. Third one, delightful. Very, very good on his feet. He puts in... a couple of weeks ago, he had probably had his worst game against the Roosters at first Friday night game of the year. Since then, nothing but gold. Yep. He's really been putting in well. We love him at the club. The best thing is, he knows he's loved at the club. He knew he was wanted. He didn't feel wanted at the Cowboys. We said, we'll love to have you. We took him.
He's been playing his best football.
He's been playing his great football. Yeah. Even without the shoulder charge, he's still defending and playing. He tackles low. Yeah. Big blokes run at him when they drop.
That's what hookers do.
Yeah, exactly.
If they do it well, that's what they do.
Exactly.
For sure.
So, James Seguiaro, shit hot. We love it.
Happy days.
Now, this is the time when the pitches get all grainy in reminiscing. Dan, do you remember the Roosters membership drive with Hulk Hogan?
Oh, Hollywood.
Oh,
Hollywood.
Yeah. NWO, brother!
Oh, man. That was classic, man. It was funny to watch. Man.
Well, what happened? Like, South were bought by Russell Crowe, and the Roosters like, damn, what do we do? They've got a Hollywood superstar. Yeah. Hollywood. wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
We should
You're
look
onto
over
something.
there. In fact, I believe, because if you haven't seen it, I believe Dan found some footage.
Yeah, I did. Have a look here.
Roosters fans, we need you.
Right now.
Come join me. Become a member now. Get online and get on board. The Roosters are back, Jack. Members make a difference. Get behind the new attitude, dude. Renew your membership now.
See that?
Oh yeah, brother.
That was Macho Man. But it's good.
I tried to. I put the brother in there just to.
Brother, he kind of worked.
Yeah, kind of hulk in the fight.
But you know the best thing was, you see he was wearing a best and less jersey.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even give him the official kit. Like seriously.
That's a true fan right there.
Yeah, that is.
That's it.
He's
That's
like,
how
where's
the
this?
membership drive going.
I don't know. 150 for a jersey is a bit far. How about 70?
Yeah. Have you seen my show? Like whatever it is with the Hogans? I don't make any money off that shit.
Oh, Hogan,
I can't afford that.
Hogan knows best.
Yeah, Hogan
Not
knows
this time,
best.
brother. Oh, love it.
Good times.
Speaking of decisions going bad, what about this one? You've just seen another classic fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh,
man, what, that's just
money well spent.
yeah. No, we've touched on it before. Let's just say,
Many a time.
and we've already said how shit Parramatta are, and that's
Yeah, there's
probably
no use
one
flogging
of
a
the
dead
main
horse.
reasons. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
There
No,
you go. Anyway, tips, mate. What do you got for us? Hot tips. What do you got for us this week, mate?
tips. Well, there's the blockbuster clash with St George and Parramatta coming up this week.
Whoa, stop the press!
Yeah.
You mean the game that was meant to be played at ANZ Stadium in front of 80,000 people, but they realised these are the bottom three teams?
Maybe we'll throw it back to the old suburban grounds.
I think it's been moved to Darling Street Park, hasn't it?
I might head down. But if there's entry fee, nah. Just go to Bathurst Street shops and
Bit of a walk, actually.
that'd be it. No, but I'll tip on that. And I was thinking the draw at 80 minutes, eh?
Oh,
Just, remember that St George Parra game where they had it was like 1-0, then 1-1, then 2-1, and then a refereeing blunder made St George go over. It was 8-1 the final score.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was so poor.
It was terrible
It's a
football.
sign of things to
So
come.
maybe if there's a half-time option, 0-0 at half-time for that game.
I think the defence is too shitty for me, the team, to get it to
But
the
so
ball.
is the attack.
Fair
So,
enough. Dreadful against
Maybe they both show up with muscle and they just punch each other out in the halfway
A
line.
negative and a negative does not always equal a positive.
I believe they call it a double negative, which is a positive. Alright,
Mate, I got Sharks versus the Cowboys
Yeah.
over in Ramonda Stadium, whatever. It's Shark Park. Pull your heads in.
yeah, really.
Then again, kind of play at Centrebet, but whatever. At least we know what Centrebet
It's
is.
a thing.
Ramondas.
That one.
Yeah, it sounds like a disease you get after athlete's foot. Oh man.
Well,
Ramondas.
Ramondas is playing enough.
Oh, how did I catch Ramondas? I was so prepared. Moving on. Anyway, I'm going to take the Sharkies to actually run. The Cowboys have been running hot. Obviously, Matt Scott and James Tarmo running through everybody. The back row's doing a lot of work. Jonathan Thurston obviously playing well. I think losing Ray Thompson in the middle, who's been playing halfback for most of his career, but directing from hooker. It's going to be a big loss for them. I think Cronulla riding high over the Roosters win. It's going to be a tight one. I'm going to give Sharks by 2. So Sharks -5 as your winning margin.
There you go.
That's the bet you want to take this week.
See what the line is there.
I think the line wouldn't be too big on that one, but I think you
I'd
can
say
make
the Cowboys, I think you'd have the
be good money.
there.
Anyway,
All right.
thank you very much. Another great episode. This show is brought to you by the eBay seller, Phillips79. He has a fantastic library of all brilliant rugby league footage. Have a look, because we sure do.
Don't forget to like our Facebook page and go to www.talkingfooty.com for all your footballing, tipping, and other needs, etc.
Exactly. And Mike Tapking has been sensational tonight. So good, Dan doesn't even anything left to cheers with.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave you with a kind word. I love you.
I love you.
And that's the end of that chapter.